Okay, y'all. I'm out here in my living room. I'm out here in my living room and I'm editing this video and getting it all put together. And I'm filming out here with my iPhone to add a few parts in here and there throughout my video here. I'm putting together the running figure, the face that was watching us, a couple of deer that were killed here in on this what we're calling an ambush site. So I'm putting all this together. Okay, this is video that Matt took. This is his original footage. Okay, so I'm going to show you, if you'll watch over here. He's going to say, now this area is looking even better to me with all this going on. And right after he says all this going on, with all this going on, you'll see light displacement right through here. You'll see a figure running back in here, and you'll see it cut between some of these trees back in here behind. It'll go in between a space in the trees. So it's running this way. So it starts over here on the left. It runs up in there and it runs to the right. And then when we get around here, when he gets around over here, a few minutes later, Matt videos him standing there watching us. Okay, so I'm going to enlarge this. Okay, now I'm going to play it.
With all this going on.
Okay, there it goes, and it's really fast. That thing is running super fast. That's how fast they run. Okay, so now I'm recording this. I got it slowed down right now. So I'm just showing you where it's at. Okay, so I'm going to play this. And it cuts between these trees over here. See, there it goes there. Now you're going to see it cut between the trees. I got it slowed down right now. There it goes right there in between the trees. And it's running this way. Now I only see it over through here and then between the trees back there. And then I don't see it after that until a few minutes later when Matt videos it standing over here watching us. Okay, so one more time. And I'm going to hold the bubble magnifier up here. Okay, it's running now. And you're fixing to see it running between the trees. There it goes. Okay, so I'm going to play this again for you and let you watch it.
Well, now the area is looking even more attractive to me with all this going on.
Might be a little either footprint or boot print. So this is where Matt was standing when he videoed the one running. Okay, so this was from
We'll walk up in there a little bit.
where Matt was standing here, like I just said. And then the thing ran from the left side and ran in between some trees here, going to the right. So you're fixing to see me walk up in there. Okay, when that hold up there. Hold up right there. And then I'll pull that picture up. I think Matt was standing right back here when he filmed the running one. So I'm gonna look for footprints. Okay, I'm up in here now where this thing had ran, and you're fixing to see I went straight in and kind of curving around to the right the way it went, and then I'm fixing to find a footprint in here in the leaves, and I believe now that it was the footprint. I believe it went into the water. From looking at it a few times on the video, I believe that it was heading into the water. Okay, I think this is it right here where he was standing. We'll come look at this one.
Let's see.
See these tree limbs here? Is this little tree right there in front of us?
Yeah.
See all the little like dead looking limbs hanging off of it? Right there.
Yeah, let me look now.
Well, I got to hold it or
Okay,
it'll
yeah.
fall over on you.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
And that log down there that you
Yeah.
said you sat on?
Yes. But that's it.
Okay. So in the video I've seen it run that way. And then in between some of them trees back in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in there a pretty good little ways, it looked like.
Yeah, it was because it was like not too big.
Yeah.
So it had been back a little bit.
If you'll film me from back here, I'll walk up in there a little bit and then look for footprints too. But let me have a second. Alright, and I'll walk up in there a little bit.
You want me to stand here?
Just stand here, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So this is where Matt was standing when he videoed the one running. So I'm going to walk up in there a little bit. We can get a size perspective, and I'll look to see if there's any footprints or anything in there too, or trail or anything. Alright, so I'm going to go around through over here. So I'm going to look for footprints and any kind of trail. So I can record this. I got a footprint right here. It's in the leaves. So it's about the same size we've been finding, about 3.5 by about 8.5 or 9. So I'm just going to move the camera around and get some perspective on it. So there's my boot next to it. I got a footprint up in here in the leaves. There's my foot next to it. Yeah, you can come look at it. I thought that was a deer blowing at first, but it might not be. Might be one of the cranes. Is that a deer blowing? Could you tell? I couldn't tell if that was a deer blowing or if it was one of them cranes back in there.
Crane. That's a crane.
Was it a crane? There's a footprint in the leaves right there. I held my foot up close to it to get a video of it.
How long is that? Well, it's not me.
No.
Well, I was standing right here filming the last one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So you hear a deer blowing?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a deer blowing or a crane. Dave said it was a crane.
Where's it at?
There's a footprint right there in the leaves.
Oh.
Yeah, it's close to mine. It's close to mine, yeah. And it looks like it came out of the water because it looks like it's going that way towards you. This looks like the hill back here and the toes would be up there. Yeah. That's definitely a footprint or even a boot print, but something stepped in the leaves there. Human or hominid or something. It kind of looks like it came out of the water.
Well, to me, I'm seeing toes up here next to hill.
Are you? Could be. It's definitely like a human-shaped foot there. Yeah, it could be. That could be it too. This is where that one ran through that Matt got on video. It ran through here. Yeah, I gotta put it out. Yep. So it had to have ran around over that way and it got into position. if you'll take that. All right, and I'll walk up in here a little bit.
So you want me to stand here?
Just stand here, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this is where Matt was standing when he videoed the one running. So I'm gonna walk up in there a little bit. We can get a size perspective, and I'll look to see if there's any footprints or anything in there too, or trail or anything. I'm gonna go over here.
Well, can we come look at it? Which way to go? What'd you do? What'd you hear? I want to see.
I was standing right here filming the last one.
Oh, was it?
Did you say you hear a deer blow?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it's a deer blowing or crying. They said it was crying.
Where's it at?
There's a footprint right there in the leaves.
Oh.
It looks like it's about 14 inches. Maybe more.
Yeah, it's close to mine. It's close to mine, yeah. And it looks like it came out of the water. Because it looks like it's going that way towards
Mm.
you. This looks like the hill back here, and
Does
the
it?
toes would be up there. Yeah. It's definitely a footprint or even a boot print, but something stepped in the leaves there. Human or hominid or something. It kind of looks like it came out of the water.
Well, to me, I'm seeing toes up here, and that's the hill.
Are you?
Yeah.
Could be. It's definitely like a human shaped foot then. Yeah, it could be. That could be it too. This is where that one ran through.
Mm-hmm.
Matt got on video. It ran through there.
Yep. See, where's your, oh, never mind. You gotta put your recorder back out.
Yeah, I got it there. So it had to ran around over that one.
Mm-hmm.
Got into position. back around over here so I can put the audio recorder on. You want to carry that a few minutes?
My arm's getting tired. But, I mean, I'll still help you with it, but I got my arm needs to rest.
Sure. Okay, this is Matt's original video you're fixing to see. And he right here, we walked up in here and he stops and he zooms in and he's just scanning around. And he zooms in and scans around. So you're gonna see the face over here. Right there. And you're gonna see it because he's just zooming around and panning around. You're gonna see the face come over as he pans, and then it'll come back around to where he stops for just a minute. All right, so right now the face is right there. And then you'll see it, so I'm gonna let you watch it. Okay, I got a screenshot here of this, and I just blew it up. So right here in the center of the screen, I'm gonna point it out to you. I don't have no way to circle this in my video editor. So right here beside this tree. If you look and see, you can see there's a tree limb right through here. A dead tree limb that comes out that's kind of thick. And you can see it in the video when I'm in there. When I go up in here where this thing was, you can see this tree limb in there real good when I get back up in there. And you can see this tree here, this dead tree here comes around and wraps around that tree. But this is what I'm showing you here. And what I was doing, I got a magnifying bubble to help me be able to see it bigger on this big TV. So hopefully this helps for people to be able to see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next screenshot. Okay, so I've got a couple of screenshots, so let me move the phone a little bit here. Okay, and here it is right here. It's in there watching this. And you'll see in my video, I went up in there. That thing is standing in ankle deep water. Back there behind this tree limb and a bunch of tree limbs that are pulled down. So it's standing back there watching us. So again, I'm going to put the bubble up here. The magnifying bubble. So I'm hoping that helps you to be able to see it. Okay. Now I'm gonna zoom back out. Okay, now that's the normal shot right there. I was zoomed in. So it's right here. And again, there's the magnifying bubble. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in again. Okay, and again, it's right here. Right there. And it's back in there behind those branches. It's like peeking through the branches. It's got one eye showing. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next screenshot. Okay, and then one more. Okay, so here's my next screenshot. I saved 3 of them, so hopefully you'll be able to see one of them a little clearer. Okay, so I just adjusted the phone so he's in the center of the screen. So again, here he is here. So hopefully you can see that. And again, I'll use the bubble, the magnifying bubble. So I'm just trying to hold it for a minute so you can see it. Okay, now this is when we came out here. This is in one of my previous videos. We came out here where this thing was up in there watching us. So now we came out here so I can go up in there and see exactly where it was and see a size, get a size perspective on it. So as I was heading in there to walk in there, I found this deer skull laying right there. Right here in front of where that thing was standing there watching us.
Let me see. Let me make it over there. You saw his horn sticking out?
Yeah.
Hey.
Probably that, yeah. I've seen about that much of the horn sticking
See that on your wall? I
Yeah.
somehow see that on your wall.
Uh-huh. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll clean it up too.
Nice.
Well, poor thing, it was dinner somewhere.
Yep. Okay, so now in this scene, this is from my previous video as well, where we came out here and I went up in there to see exactly where it was standing. And again, here's this branch. You'll be able to see it better when I get in there. That was out in front of its face. Okay, so it had been back in here. Pretty sure the side of his face was behind these limbs here.
Yeah.
So it probably was standing on the other side of this tree limb. Can you see me with that?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Okay, so here I am right here. Back in there where this thing was standing. But actually there's some branches that it had pulled down. And I just get right up against them where I believe it was actually on the other side of them, standing in the water. So you can see I'm right there. And I do believe that thing was bigger than me, because Matt was further back than we are here. He was further back. And you can see its face pretty good on video. So its head would have been bigger than mine. I believe it was a little taller than me, and it was a little bigger than me. So you can see me right here. So I'm just wondering, it was probably a little bit bigger. It was probably a little taller than I am. So part of its face was behind these branches here. And you can see its head. I don't remember seeing that branch there in front of it, but we'll look at the photos.
Yeah, I want to look at it through the binoculars again back there.
So I'm just gonna wave my hands a little bit so make sure you see me on the camera.
Yes.
Let me have that, and then you can go back and look at me just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where it was back in here. All right, so this is water in here. Let me get back here to where I was. Okay, so I'm figuring it was standing right in here on the back side of this, tree limb. I'm just butted up to it now. Okay. All right, so you can see where Winnett is. And here's the branches right here that was covering part of its face. So it was standing right back here. So at least we found the spot now, and I got in there and we could get a perspective of how the size of it was. Okay, now this scene here, what you're fixing to see here, this was, I had put an audio recorder out, and I left it out there for a week, and we went back in to get it. And we actually found that we have Bigfoot howls or yells or howls on it. And I played that in a previous video here just a while back. I played what I had on it. It was Bigfoot howls. We had a lot of other stuff on there, the storms. You could hear the thunder, stuff like that, the rain. You could hear birds on it. You could hear owls on it. All right, so this is when we were going in there to get the audio recorder, and we were checking the memory cards from our game cameras, where they're placed out there too, around the areas. So we were collecting them and swapping them out, actually leaving the cameras there, just swapping out the memory cards. Can I see your water?
See that palm, that dead palm over there on the ground? A palm frond?
Yeah.
If you look at it from here, it's it's dead. It
Oh.
looks like a rib
That's
cage.
a rib cage.
Look at that.
That is a rib cage. A
Wow,
whole bunch.
sure is.
Good eyes.
That wasn't in here last time either.
Looks
Wow.
like a person.
But it does.
Oh, I see that. Look, that's what they're smelling for.
Yeah, sure is. That's a doe. Nah, it's a different one.
This was not here.
This wasn't here.
It surely was not.
This is newer.
Oh my gosh.
That's a doe. See the skull?
Yes, I see it now. And I thought that was a dead palm frond. And I was like, that dead palm frond looks like
When you
ribs.
just said that, I looked over there and I said, no way.
Here's the other leg and bone.
Oh,
That's not very old.
No. I was not here last time.
No,
I
it
came
wasn't,
through-
no.
I came right through.
Yeah.
If you're hungry, there's a little bit of meat left on that one.
I'm thinking about it. There, look.
Yeah,
More of
another
it.
leg. Yeah. So that's definitely a hunting blind over here that it was sitting there watching us.
You got it. Now, that's not very old, is it?
No, it's not a week old.
Well, I say what one thing, whatever got it, sure cleaned it.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything like that out here in the wild, it doesn't last long at all.
Well, yeah, because what?
Because whatever killed it,
might not get all of it. The other ones
I kept smelling.
yeah,
You were here
See, I
last
don't smell it.
He must have
I
been
just
here
barely smell it, I think,
last-
just a
he must have been
little.
here last time.
My sniffer must be going bad because I don't smell nothing. I saw it, but I
I
didn't
still
smell
smell
it.
it. Move forward.
You don't smell it at all, Ben? Oh.
Not at all.
Yeah, that couldn't have been here last week, Dave, when we were in here.
No, we would have saw it.
Yeah, I think we would have seen this. Yeah, because we were all right here.
And yeah, and we
And like you said, you walked in here. That looks like that was a full-grown doe there.
yeah, pretty good size.
Yeah.
Tail
Mm-hmm.
legs were ripped off. You know?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
You practically standing on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one over there, one here. That one over there is ripped off too. All right, there's a dead deer been killed here at the makeshift hunting blind. Its legs are scattered around a little. One leg's still attached, another one over there. And one leg thrown over here. And then another leg thrown over there. This isn't even a week old. And this wasn't here last weekend when we were here. This was the doe here. The other one we found was an 8-point buck. Okay, when that's going to tell us, she didn't tell me right away, but when we found the deer skeleton here, she was the one that seen it first. And after we filmed it and then we were leaving out of there, she's going to tell you what she felt.
So when we found this deer carcass, well, first of all, from a distance, I thought it was like a dead palm frond. Then we walked up on it and realized it was a deer carcass. So when we're over there looking at it and, you know, just, you know, going over the details of it and everything, but right before we started walking out, for about 10 seconds, it's like something went through me, like I just felt uneasy being there. It's like I guess I was afraid, scared there for a few seconds, like maybe 10 seconds. And that's when we were walking out of this area. So I was like, yeah, I think we need to walk out of here. Just because of the way I felt. I guess I felt like something was watching us, and it just went right through me for about 10 seconds. And as soon as we started walking out, that feeling left, and I felt normal again. So that's the best way I can describe it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for telling us that, and let me video you doing it. Okay, y'all. I was talking about the howls that we got on audio. A real good friend of mine, Enigma, here on YouTube. He did a video where he cleaned it up. He cleaned up the audio and boosted it, and he plays it, and you can hear it a lot better on his than you can where I was playing it on. In my video, when I was playing it, I just had it hooked up through Winnett's karaoke system so I could play it loud. So as you can see, I placed that deer skull out here with some of my other stuff. So I have a bobcat that my father killed and a deer that my father killed out here on my wall. Out here by the big TV, so I put that deer skull in here.